Alright, so here's my throttle tube and the grip. Let me show you how I'm taking this off. Basically, because it has the slip thing. You know, most bikes don't have this thing, so it made it a little bit harder. And also here, there's like little ridges that come out, so that makes it harder too. So you really can't spin it. And the back side here, see how it's bulged out. So this side here also has this thing that comes out too. So this is what I did. I peeled this off, so that way this thing with the grip here would be on this side, right? It'd be on this side of this fed part. Then from there, because there's no glue and such in here, so from there I basically would, with my hand like so, I basically squeeze it. So think of this as a Chinese finger trap. So you pull it, you're pulling on it, this thing will squeeze tighter, so it makes it worse. But if you do this right here, where I compress it, so my heel of my hand here squeezes where the bottom flare is right here, and up here I squeeze here. So when you compress this, it actually expands and opens up. So it opens up a little bit. Then from there I just pull a little bit from here, right? Pull a little bit. I'm getting a little bit of space now. Now you can see the third set of ridges, barely see the third set of ridges at the very tip. Let me do that one more time. Now you can see the whole third ridge. So over there, squeeze, pull this a little bit again. Now the third ridge is more pronounced. You can see it even more now. See that? So basically, just do a little bit of time, to get this out. So again, this thing has no glue in it. That's a good thing. Glue kind of makes things messy, but also glue doesn't last that long. Over time the glue will start to fail and separate. Like so. It'd probably help if this thing was warm. Yeah, it's a warm day, you leave it out in the sun for a little bit. When I started on this thing, it was pretty cold, so it was very stiff. But now that I'm like working it and my hands on it, and it actually warmed up for my hands. So like so. And again, it just takes time. That's all it is. So this thing here has ridges and such. The grip inside actually also have mini ridges as well. So there's actually an actual spot where they actually fit, where they slide into each other. So if you ever put this back, you have to make sure you do that. And I would just use soapy water to put this back, so let it slide in easily. And once that soapy water dries up, this grip's not gonna go anywhere. It's not gonna slip because of all the ridges and stuff, all the grooves. This would probably be easier if I left this thing on the bike, because if you left this on the bike, the control would hold this, so that way I could just, I could have just left, it's kind of like basically acts like a vice. It just holds this. I could just probably just squeeze this end and bulge it out and just keep on squeezing. The whole thing would have probably just popped out. But I forgot to do that. Usually when I do this, I usually do it on the bike, but I guess I kind of jumped the gun there. This little last section here is a little bit harder because there's less here, so that way there's less to compress, so it doesn't move as much. But it's still moving. Oh, there it goes. That's it. So that's the original grip, and yeah, looking down in it, I could actually see, I'm not sure you guys could see this, but you could actually see little grooves. Little grooves down in the grip. And you can see that little grooves down in the grip there. Right, so all those little grooves, they mate with it, this here. So there's actually a specific spot where they're supposed to be, because there's actually like the groove pattern is different, right? There's, yes, tight ones, the bigger ones, and so on. So yeah. So anyways, so that's taking that off. And since this is not that long of a video, let's put this on this side. So I have it on the on here. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna blow my breath into this, so the moisture from my breath is gonna kind of lubricate a little bit. And this is, you know, this is all pretty clean. I don't feel any greasiness and nothing. So I'm just blowing into it. So my warm breath has moisture, and that will let it slide in easy. So I slide it just enough so that way it just about almost gets to the end here, but there's still space. There's still space right in there. See, my grip is moving in, or not the grip, but the whole throttle tube is moving in and out. Even when it's moving all the way in, it still doesn't touch the housing. Because if it does touch the housing, this will bind, so you don't want to do that. That's a kind of a poor man's cruise control. And you push this in all the way, and it binds, and you know, I've seen people do that as a poor man's cruise control, where it kind of binds and they could just let go and it kind of holds it there. But I don't recommend that because that's dangerous. I know that my throttle tube's all the way in, which is out all the way in, and I still have space. So I'm good there. Okay. So that's where you want it, like so. And right here, still pretty much about just about flush right here, or even kind of out a little bit out past flush. So the grip is a little bit out past flush, just a little bit, not a whole lot. So I'm gonna leave it like that, and let that breath in there dry. So once that dries, this should hold in place. Well, actually, I'll probably have to bring my grip out even more, because I have to bring my grip out even more. Let me show you in a second. Tighten that up. So I'm going to have to bring my grip out even more now. Look at the space here now. It's not supposed to be like that. Look at this space. So the grip's covering about halfway on the weight. This one, the weight's completely exposed. So I'm going to slide the grip out halfway there. So let's slide the grip out a little bit. So right now it's still kind of wet, kind of moist, so it could move basically. Okay, I think that's good. It's about the same. Just eyeballing both sides and looks about the same. Okay, so let's look at that again. So now I have more space here now. Yeah, more space, and this side is mostly about halfway or so now, just like it is on this side. Alright, so that's it. Yeah, so I'm going to leave this and let it dry, and hopefully this grip doesn't move. If this grip does move, then you have to use some throttle grip, or I hear hairspray works. I never tried hairspray, so I have no idea. But my little throttle grip glue, and basically throttle grip glue, and all this really is just rubber cement. So you just put a little bit of rubber cement. You don't have to group the whole thing. I don't recommend grouping the whole thing. Just a little patches, you know, like a couple patches here and there, and that should be more than enough to hold it in place. Okay, so that's it. That's the throttle grip mod for you. I think, what else do I need to do? So yeah, so it looks like it's holding in place. I can feel it drying up already. I can feel that moisture drying up already because it's not moving as easily. So that's nice and loose moving. I guess all I need to do now is actually adjust my, well, not adjust, but put this part back in here. So that's easy, right? That's that cover. Remember that cover with the bolt, 8mm. Let's move it all the way. Something like that. Where's my wrench here? Let's see. they're both lined up, the cover will pretty much line up as well. That's good. Tighten it up. That's good there. And pop this cover back on. So this cover slides forward to get off and slide back in to go back on. So there's three little things that will slide into right here. So there's one right here, one on the bottom, and one up here. So these two right here, and there's one down here. Actually over here. So this one right here, this and this. Those three spots. So I think that's it. Let's see. Yep, I think. Oops, there it goes. That's it, I think. So check and see if anything moves. I'll pull on one side or the other. If it moves, that means it's not in the slot. So I think everything seems to fit okay. And the last thing is that screw on the bottom here. The little plus head. Remember, this is not a Phillips. This is a Japanese industrial standard screw. So if everything's in the right spot, this should go right in there. Oops. Any space here, can't see underneath. Let me move the support back a little bit. See better. There, this is right there. So the hole's right there, so it lined up. That's not screwing in. There it is. So everything lined up. That's it. So there's my throttle cable thing. So let's look at this again and see how much it moves. Actually, let's look at this line right here. I should have. Oh, let me move it so that way this line, this molding line here, lines up with this line here. So that way I could get a judgment on how much it spins. Okay, so it's lined up. Right, so it's lined up like so. So it's right there. So basically, right here, right there and there. So that's definitely less than 90 degrees. So we're good there. Yeah, that feels good. Yeah, definitely less movement. So yeah, so I'm gonna call it good. And yeah, that's it. All right, so thanks for watching.